Hi, how are you? I'm Nate the Orangutan Simmons. Welcome back to another episode of Majestic Meals. Today we're going to be taking a fan request from Kendra R. And she sent me her full day of cooking. And so we're going to be making that up. And we're going to make that up as we go along. So we're going to be making peanut butter toast with bananas and oranges, some buttered noodles with Parmesan, tomatoes and broccoli, goldfish and string cheese for a snack, and some shrimp scampi and with some apple and some peas. And we will be having a special guest from Bacardi's Mixes with Me with the worst mimosa I've ever had. So let's get started. So we're going to get started with our peanut butter and banana toast. And step one is to toast your bread. And now when you're using this toaster, which is courtesy of Tanner Blowburger, what you want to do is you don't really know where the dial is going to be set to. So you just pick one and you just pop that thing in and then you let it cook, and when it's done you just kind of go with it, or if it's done too much then you just make another one. So we'll come back after this is done cooking. So while we wait for our toast to toast itself up a little bit, we're going to multitask around here, and we are going to cut up our banana that we're going to put on top of our peanut butter toast. So the way you want to cut up this banana, you're going to want to peel it first. And once your banana is peeled, you just start slicing little bits off there. You want to make them thin enough that they're going to fit on top of your toast, but not too thin, because then they just kind of mash up like that. And that's no go. So you just get a couple of slices there. That should be good. We're just going to keep slicing this banana because we are a big proponent of no banana left behind. I don't need that much. Let's go back to our toast. Oh my God, Jesus. Son of a... So now that we've got our toasty toasters in, we're going to add our extra crunchy peanut butter from Market Pantry. Let's grab a good generous scoop there. You want to just make sure you kind of spread this as evenly as possible. And leave it in the comments below if you prefer crunchy peanut butter or creamy peanut butter, like those animals on the East Coast. So we'll just get this spread right across the toast here. And once that's done, then we just layer our bananas on top. Just so. You know, it's always fun. This is a tribute to mothers all across the Fargo, Grand Forks area. So it's fun to do little designs in them too, if you want to. But I don't, because I don't have any kids. You know, this whole mothering thing isn't that hard. So the last ingredient that she added to this was oranges, and she never really specified how we're gonna do this. So I'm just gonna kind of chop these up right here. Just like so. So now that we've got our oranges sliced, I guess we just push it down on top of there. And there's your peanut butter banana toasted orange. Alright, so we're going to give this a little bit of a taste test here. Just kind of cut up our toast, get some banana, and we'll get the toasted banana, and we'll get our orange. Is she feeding this to her kids? Call child support. Jesus. So next up on today's Majestic meal is going to be buttered noodles with Parmesan cheese, some tomatoes, and a side of broccoli. We're going to use cherry tomatoes today, just because that's a personal preference of mine. I just think they're a little bit easier to eat and not quite as messy for the kids. So we're going to start off by buttering these noodles. So what you're going to want to do is just unbox your noodles and then take your butter and make sure you get the whole wrapper off. And then you just grab one noodle at a time and just ever so delicately just butter each little bow tie. Make sure you get front and back. And then go ahead and put it in your bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and butter these noodles, and we'll catch up with you when these are all good and buttered. Alright, well, now that we've got all of our noodles buttered here, which I still don't understand. You'd think you'd want to cook these. I mean, does anybody actually talk to any of these kids? Like, are they doing okay? But we'll move on. So now that you got your noodles buttered, you're going to take your Parmesan cheese and just make sure that you just open the little one, because you don't want too much. And then, well, we're already halfway there. So just see, you just take the whole top off, and then that's what happens. So now that we got our cheese on, now we're going to take our broccoli, and for this, I'm just going to do what I assume her kids do with it, which is to take each individual piece and just throw it right into the garbage can. So now the last step to this meal is the cherry tomatoes, which I still haven't figured out how you're going to get the tomatoes into the bowl with all of this cheese and these crunchy noodles. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one tomato and just kind of put it in my mouth, and then just take a bite out of this, and bone apple teeth. Ow! Oh, that hurt. Kendra, what are you doing? So, now that you've just completely exhausted yourself from creating 2 meals for your very hectic children, we're moving on to the snack portion of the day, which is going to be goldfish and shredded cheese. I think she actually specified string cheese, but obviously nothing that she's recommended has been going right today. So we're going to use the shredded habanero white cheddar cheese, and we're just going to pop this open and just get into the cheese there, and then just kind of cover our goldfish. With the shredded habanero, and I'm going to go a little rogue, and I'm going to nuke it for about 45 seconds, and then we're going to see what that does to this thing. So now we got this bowl of ooey gooey cheese and goldfish right here. So we'll just kind of mix this around, get that cheese all over the place, and this brings back pleasant memories of making the crouton salad. So make sure you check that video as well. Let's have ourselves a little taste here. Oh, spicy. Oh, spicy. Honestly, this is the best meal I've had all day. So at this point, I'm kind of just wondering why I'm not the mother of Kendra's children and she is. But, you know, I guess all things happen for a reason. So we're just going to keep moving on here. So right now we're going to jump to a little clip that we like to call Mr. Bacardi's Mixes With Me. So I'm going to invite him into the frame here.
Oh yeah!
Ready? How'd you do that?
Carefully.
So what are we going to be making today, Mr. Bacardi?
Well, today we're going to make a mimosa, but have
Okay.
a little change up with it. I'd
Okay,
say, yeah.
okay.
A little alterations.
Okay.
Not your average mimosa.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started then.
Alrighty. First up, we're gonna need some apple juice.
Apple juice in a mimosa.
Yeah. That's
How does that work? Because that's not really a mimosa
Well,
then,
to
is
start
it?
off, you gotta grab the apple juice.
Okay.
Put it here.
Okay. Open the apple juice.
Yes. And it's simply apple. Here, you want to hang on to that for me?
Yeah, sure.
And it is pure pressed apple juice. What you gotta do, you gotta open it up. Not quite opening, but it does say to shake it up, so. Oh, I did. Oh my god. I opened it a little bit, didn't I? We got a little wet. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's shooken up, you know.
Okay.
Smell that. Just fresh. Okay. So there we go. Simply apple.
It smells like apples.
Next, you know what you need?
No.
What normally goes in a mimosa?
Champagne.
Champagne. But that's where change it up again.
Double change up.
Double change up. We're actually going the wine.
Wine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wine. Why not?
Yeah. Not just your regular old wine. Moscato.
Moscato.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So, we're not using champagne, and we're not using orange juice. But we're making a mimosa.
Yeah. Mother style. I mean, cheap, easy,
Right.
beautiful.
Right.
Mother.
Because this episode is going to come out just in time.
Wait, when was Mother's Day?
I made a mistake.
Did we miss Mother's Day? Oh well, here's a tribute to Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So
Next year.
So do we have a wine opener by any chance?
Let's find out.
Okay. You look for that and I will work on opening this.
Okay. I got a can opener.
I don't know if that'll work.
Okay. Pizza cutter.
I don't know about that. Let's just use your teeth. What are you doing with that?
We're gonna get it.
I mean, I don't know. Smack. Let's. Well, that didn't work either. Oh, you know, we can just get a knife and maybe just cut it off. Like. Through in. Yeah.
If you go to the left, it'll loosen it.
Oh. Can I honestly say I've never done this before. So what are you going to do after you screw that in? Don't. Here, I have an idea. Let me try something. And then I think you just take a hammer and you get more cork. Here, maybe I need to grab it with this.
That's not gonna help.
I'm going to hold the bottle. No? Here, I'll twist, you twist.
Nope.
And we'll just put the cork inside. The knife's too big.
You think I just hit it?
Alright, and that's how you open up the wine bottle.
Yep.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yep.
Next we'll need some cups. We'll
Okay.
get those from over here.
Yep, up in that cabinet.
So now, what you want to do, start with the wine. You don't want to get too much, but you don't want to get too little that you can't taste the wine.
Okay.
Okay? And we purposely opened our wine like this so we have a spout to pour from.
Yeah, this was all intentional, folks. All intentional. So what's your ratio that you're looking for here in your?
Well, whatever Horatio wants.
Okay.
Yes. So we're just gonna, you know, this is all the wine you get with this type of bottle.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna deal with that.
Right.
Okay. You hear that? Put your now do it. You hear that?
I hear something.
That's how you know the bubblies are happening.
Okay.
Not the real bubblies, but the wine bubblies.
Yeah.
So, and you just a little bit of apple juice for flavor, and that's all you need.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. You might want a little more, just to get a little of the apple flavor.
Because it's purely pressed, right?
Yes, it is the bestest of the best.
Bestest of the best is purely pressed.
And most people would just stop here, but you know, here
is not where we stop.
Is not where we stop at all. We're going to get a little extra involved here.
Okay.
So next, what we're gonna need is we're gonna need an apple.
Okay.
Oh, apple.
I got one right here.
Oh, you can have that one. I'm not a fan of tomatoes, but you know, you gotta have one in the mouth. Cutting boards, which you know, keep right here. The chop block, as some people call it. And a knife. I should have grabbed the ones over here, because you know,
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
could have. We're going to just cut it right down.
Okay.
Like
down the
this.
middle with seeds and all.
Seeds and all.
Seeds and all.
Gotta have some apples anyway, you know?
Yeah.
And then, look at that apple. Ain't that wonderful?
Look at it. Just look at that.
Almost looks like, sorry, the apple, they almost look very similar.
You know, it's almost like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yes, that's what he said. And then you gotta put a little bit of a slit in these, you know, like that. And
Okay.
hang them right in there. Sometimes they break, but hey, what do you care? And there you have it.
Hay is for horses.
Your apple mimosa.
So we've got our apple mimosas here.
Yes.
And we'll,
Ooh, the smell, just the aroma.
right. Cheers.
Better. Mmm, tasty. What do you think?
That is the worst mimosa I've ever had.
Maybe it just needs more apple juice. Here. Just tell me when. Just tell me when.
That's good.
Okay. I'll try it.
Mmm. Much more wine flavor in that one.
Perfect. And that's how you make it.
That's how you make the worst mimosa I've ever had. So our final dinner meal of the day is going to be shrimp scampi with an apple and some peas. And we're going to use stringless sugar snap peas, just because that's what I prefer. Again, we're using this apple because it's the one I have in my hands. And we're going to learn how to make shrimp scampi. We're going to learn along with each other because I've never made it before. And I have no idea. Does anybody know how to, you know?
Nope.
You know? What are we going to do? And how do you make shrimp? You guys?
I think you need butter.
Butter.
That's all I know.
Okay, we'll figure it out. So we're going to make some shrimp scampi and we'll be right back. Well, I mean, what do you like fry it? Do you cook it like on a pan? How do you make it?
Boil it in butter, I'm pretty sure.
You boil it in butter.
Garlic butter.
Boil it in garlic butter.
Yeah.
I mean, is this even the right shrimp? This is cooked salad shrimp. Who bought this stuff? I mean, did Steve do the shopping for this episode? God, what a... I can't do this.
Steven Nature.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I can't cook this.
I'm not yet. No, better not.
What? No, what is it?
Wait.
You know? Yeah, we'll just do that, and we'll just film around it. That's what we'll do. Okay. So we've just got our shrimp's just about done here. It's garlic butter sauce. So we've just it's taken about 20, 30, 40 minutes. So we'll just get this turned off on the burner here. And we'll just move it right over here to our plating area. Just like that. It's homemade shrimp scampi, made at home. 100% homemade here at home. And then we'll just put a little lemon on to garnish. And we'll just get rid of that. And we'll get our sugar snap peas. And let's throw a couple of those off onto the side. And there you have it, homemade at home, homemade shrimp scampi. So we're gonna go in for a taste test here. I'll grab a little bit of sugar snap pea. Well, actually, should probably take a bite of the apple. Okay, chew it up. I'll grab our sugar snap pea. And we'll grab some shrimp. And then finally, we'll grab a little piece of our lemon. And you just want to suck a little bit of juice. Yeah. And there it is. So that's a shrimp scampi a la sugar snap peas at 2 apple. Well, that's a wrap on today's Majestic Meals. We would like to, in all seriousness, just say thank you to all the mothers out there. We all really do, we work really hard day in, day out to just make sure that our kids are healthy and safe, and we just, we appreciate everything that the rest of you guys do. So just keep up with any content that we're putting out these days, and we'll catch you next time. Keeping it real. Hi, do you guys do delivery?